Today's episode is turbochargers. Well, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to share some information on as far as like me driving around with a 63 housing versus 82 AR housing, turbine housing. So that's what I am going to share to you guys. I'm not an expert on this one. I just simply a person in the backyard happen to have two different sizes of turbine housing. And again, this is just my opinion. Everybody is different. It's just the way that they use their cars. Some guys, they like to use their cars on a drag strip and autocrossing and all that, and some use it on the street functionality. Me myself, I only use it on the street just for fun. Jesus. What I have here, these are all 0.63 housing, and every turbo, almost all of them, it has some markings, which is right there, AR63. And I got this one all disassembled here, so I'm not an expert on turbo, but as far as I know, the difference is this opening right here. 0.82 will be bigger. That way I would not have so much back pressure building on the turbo manifold. That is, it's just the way that the air pad is pointing towards the turbine blades. Yeah, that's the difference. Why I upgraded? It's because of through the experience. You know, I want more boost and all that. You know, I want more power. So it's like boost is addicting. I will tell you that right away. Which is me myself. When I was 18 years old, I started with Nissan 200SX, and which is a 1.8 turbo. And so now I went back to my roots. I just couldn't go back anymore. Can't get back to NA. Anyway, so yeah, I started with this one, 0.63. Well, now that I have, this is a 0.82, by the way. Now that I have, or now that I've been using 0.82, even though I haven't put a lot of time on Miley, and yet I already know the difference. Reason behind why I went to 0.82, it's just like I said, through the building process, I want something bigger, you know, more power and all that. So by the fourth time, or well, this will be my fourth time turbocharging an engine, and I said I want to try 0.82, see what that was all about. I want to see if they are correct as far as like the power being on top, because you know, when I was using all of these three turbos, 0.63, the power's there, it's always there, but I'm just locked up that on top, you know, like after 7,000 RPM, it's just not there anymore. Maybe because of my my engines is not well supported as far as the camshafts and all that. But then again, I said I want to try 0.82, see if that makes a difference. So anyway, so this is a T3 T4. This is what I started on, the eBay special, and this is a T3 inlet housing. Then I went upgrade. My nephew gave me one of these. These two saw a lot of action, and then this one saw some dyno actions, a lot of, like 3 times on this one, not knowing that my turbine blades is shot. As you can see, it's broken right there, all that damage. Remember the I told you guys about my my engine that blew up? Well, when the cylinder gave out, it sent a debris right there, which is I didn't know about. But it went to a dyno session being like that, and it made some 387 something horsepower. Now a name brand, a well-known brand, which is something like this thing is pull a lot better than the eBay one. I mean, there's not even, I should not even compare the two. You know you're gonna get power on this one. It's just the research and development that they put onto this. That's why you're paying a lot, you know, compared to this one. Yeah, I would not even compare the two. If you have got one of those a well-known brand turbo, you know you're gonna get the power that you wanted. But I will share you, if I have the time, I will share you why I ended up with a Pulsar. Okay, so I went upgrade. I want bigger turbo. I got beaten up by a friend of mine. So I went to a bigger turbo, which is a GTX 3582. This one, this is eBay max speeding rods, and this one serves me well, and it lasted for about 2 years. Not until I was making a review, and I found out that there's a whole lot of a play on this. It's still within tolerable, but you know, being a journal bearing. But I said, you know what? Let me try an 82 housing, and I never tried it. So this is a 63 housing also. Yeah, all of this. If you get a, oh, by the way, I'm only speaking for H22 and G23. Other engines will be different. This is just solely speaking specifically just the G23 or H22. Some guys might agree and disagree, but I'm not opening an argument here. I am just simply sharing you the information, what I felt, my experience, as far as like using two different housing. All right, I just want to leave it there. Okay, where was I? Yeah, just H22 and G23 engines only. This puts out a lot of air. That's why it is capable of having such a big turbo like this. Okay, when you go to a car shows or car meet, first thing you see on an engine bay with a big turbo, first thing you say, man, that's a big snail, right? That's a big blower. It's because why they have that big ass turbo? It's because through the experience. They started smaller and then bigger, more power, more power. That's how they ended up having a big turbo on their engine bay, which is something like I did. I started with this small one and I ended up, this is not really that big, but compared to some other guys that they have more. I think this is 62 and 68, yeah, millimeter, something like that. So anyway, let me finish the 63. This thing will always have some power. 3,500 RPM all the way to 7,000. The power's there. You can't go wrong with this one here. Yeah, you will like this. Now I said, you know, like let me try a 82 housing. Now this one here. You remember I was telling you guys about that? The gears ran out quick. I think it's because of there's a lot of factors involved on this. It's a different crank. It's much bigger. Well, it's a longer throw, about 3 millimeter longer than the regular H22. Actually more, I think 5. I'm not sure now. This is 97 millimeter. The H23's got 95, and I think H22 is 92. You can quote me wrong, but something like that. Anyway, I thought I got the ideal transmission on my setup, which is on Snow White. I got it down already. You know, like, man, this is the gearing that I wanted on my H22. But when it comes to this, I'm using an M2S4, by the way, and the tires is a little bit smaller. So I'm off on the speedometer, like I'm off about 2-3 miles an hour. Yeah. So like when I drive around, I always said that the gears ran out pretty quick. With having a 82 housing, the power is on top. I think this thing's like, well, it's almost like something like this, you know, like when the party just started, right? I'm enjoying it, only to be spoiled by a friend of mine and telling me that, hey, it's time to go home. Let's go home. Like, what? You know? But in simplest term is like there's a few seconds of that when it goes to like 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. From 7,000, it goes more. It's like you're feeling that I wanted more, you know, but it's just at 8,000, it's like it's pulling, and then all of a sudden it only to be spoiled by, oh man, I need to upshift. Boom. You know, so my search, my guts is telling me search for something like a transmission that will give me the a few, maybe like a 3-4 seconds enjoyment that boosts power, and then now it's okay to upshift. I'm okay with that, something like that. But yeah, that's what it feels like, you know. It's like the party started and someone tells you, hey, you need to go home, you know, something like that. So yeah, but but don't get me wrong, I love it. It's just that I just need to get used to it. I got used to using 63, which is the powers there. When you step on it, it's there. And this one is just that you need a few seconds of that enjoyment. Yeah, that's what it feels like. And crack, I mean, like I'm loving it, you know. But here it is. That's why this is the reason why I'm sharing you this. This motor is not designed to be revving past 7,000 RPM. You can disagree with me. I know there's a lot of engines out there that puts out more than this one, like 500, 580, 600, and they've been revving it to the moon. But for me, this motor is not designed for that. No. Having that a longer throw on that crank, it's not designed. And also this motor is designed with the pistons wrist pin being offset, and I'm using a CP piston, which is it's right at the center, so it's not really good for the cylinder walls. So that's what my concern is about. So if I can minimize it, keep it moderate, just below 7,000, and I'll be okay. But this motor, having a 82 housing, it just wants to rev. 7,000, 8,000, it probably goes to 9,000 if I don't have my rev limiter set at 8,000. Yeah. Some guys, they love it, but for me, it's just I want something reliability is not even a word when it comes to this hybrid motor. You void your warranty once you turbocharge this one. NA, yeah. I mean, I got one that lasted for a while. So, but having a turbo on there, yeah, you void your warranty, man. There's no such thing as reliability on this motor when you strap a blower like that. The 82 housing, my opinion is it will be beneficial for an F20B, because that motor you can rev it to 9,000 RPM. Having an 86 millimeter, I think, I'm not sure how much the crank throw on that one. I think this 82 housing is suitable for that motor. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it as is, and just teach myself on how to drive moderately on this one. Yeah, keep it below that 7,000 RPM trench. Yeah, which is, it's more fun. I have my nephew and some friends, cousins, drive her around, and yeah, they would not even pass beyond 5,000. They're just all scared. So anyway, I'm gonna leave my video here, but just to summarize the thing, between 82 and 63 housing, 63 housing will always give you the power that you need. from starting at 3.5 all the way to 7,000, and by that time this thing will be gasping for air. Yeah, but you'll be satisfied on this one if you use this. So but if you wanted to experiment more, you could try 82 housing, which is what I did. And it's not that I don't like it, it's just different. I feel like driving a new driver, you know, teaching myself how to drive and how to apply the power that I have with this housing. And of course, it's a different motor, a different setup. That's why. G23 and H22 is two different motor. I mean, so you created something that don't exist from Honda, and now it's powerful. It is no H22, I will tell you that. Well, before I close out this video, I know I said I was gonna tell you why I ended up with a Pulsar. It's because of when my motor blew up, it sends a debris on the exhaust side, and this is the outcome. It just literally damaged that turbine blades. Yeah, and my turbo chargers of choice, actually it's a 6266. It's a precision one, the ball bearing ones, but it's just you have a lot of money. You gotta pay to play. And the deciding factor for me is after this has happened, I mean, you could get the most expensive turbo, you know, a good brand and all that, but if you don't build your lower block, or if you don't fully build your engine, if anything goes wrong, well, of course, there is no guarantee that your engine block will last. I mean, you're force feeding this thing to the point where it's so extreme. There's a lot of things could go wrong, but which is it happened to me. I didn't fully build my block, and the cylinder gave out, and foreign object got inside the exhaust and damaged this. So I said, you know what, I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of money on a good turbos. So I saw this one, someone else is using this, and I said, you know what, let me give it a try. And that's what I have, and so far it's been working good. Yeah, there is no guarantee that your motor will last on a turbocharge, especially on a motor that is not built having a blower on it. I know I have mentioned it earlier that I'm not opening our argument here, but you are most welcome to leave a comment on the box and share your thoughts. If yours is the same as mine, good. If not, that's okay too. You know, we're all open for or entitled to our opinion. So yeah, I hope you guys like this episode, and I'll see you guys back. All right, bad one. Have a good day and be safe.